months ago. He's like, and that guy makes 75,000 like a show. He's like, I don't want to do college campuses. He goes, 20-year-olds these days, politically correct. They're offended by everybody. He goes, I'm a comedian. I tell jokes. They're uncomfortable. And I watched all these little college boys because I went to Twitter, Danny Thompson and Corey Biggs and Cody Howard and Josh, and there's a lot of little young guy names. I hate Calipari. Do you see after they beat Notre Dame, he didn't give us credit. Dude, he's not in the credit business. Visa is. He's in the recruit NBA players and go undefeated business. Calipari after the game said, you know what? We had a bad game. We didn't play particularly well. Notre Dame played well. And then finally at the end, we sort of got it going. Well, that's what happened. Yeah, the only way Notre Dame with one NBA player is going to beat Kentucky with 8 is if Kentucky's off their game. When Kentucky's on their game, they will dominate. Did you notice what happened at the end of the game when Kentucky was like, bros, 9 minutes left? Kentucky went 9 for 9. Notre Dame went 0 for 3. That's how that works. When I've got all NBA players and you have one and a guy who may pitch in the bigs. Okay, the first half, Kentucky did play poorly. That's why you were in the game. In the second half, like the 95-96 Chicago Bulls, like the Spurs now, once again have won 13 out of 16 down the stretch, like LeBron's teams get better. Once they click it, turn it on, they are better. Kentucky missed 8 chippies in the first half. Calipari was laughing at half. He goes, we'll get it together. What happened in that game when Kentucky in the second half went, fellas, undefeated history here. They shot 75%. They didn't miss a shot the last 12 minutes of the game because they have better players than you. And the only way you could ever beat them is if you played great and they played poorly. And you're not talented enough to make them play poorly for an entire game. That is, let's hear one of Calipari's bites after the game. Here, let's just do another one.
I don't know if our breakdowns until I watched the tape were us or Notre Dame being that good offensively. We were just fighting to stay in the game, to be honest with you, and it was nice to see how it finished for these kids.
Yeah, they are better than you. That's why they're favored and may not lose a basketball game. Okay, this whole thing about the losing team wanting credit, get lost. That's not what sports is about. It's about winners and losers. You're a loser. And the better team that has better players, when they figured out your little shtick, dominated you. They didn't miss a shot for the last 12 minutes of the game. You can't do that at the Y against fat guys. You can't do that down the street. You got to be, college kids now are offended by everything. That's why comedians won't go to college campuses. Bill Maher is outrageous. Bill Maher is smarter and more successful than 100% of those college kids at Cal that were offended by him. Get over it. God, Kentucky, listen,